I remember myself being about 4 or 5 years old, and my dreams were to help people. I wanted to live my best life, I wanted to travel. I wanted to, I was very entrepreneurial for a very young age, though I didn't even know what that was. But when I went to school, and I think also conditioning of people around me was that it wasn't available to me, or I was the wrong color or the wrong gender to be able to do these things. I was at the dinner table with family friends of my parents, and we were sitting around that table. My father's friend said to me while we were eating, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to travel the world, I'm going to study, I'm going to, have businesses, work, make my own money, buy a house," all these kind of things. I had all these dreams. He looked at me and then paused and he said, "I don't think good Pakistani girls do that. They grow up and get married." And I just looked at him and I just froze for a moment. Being bullied due to racism, that really had a huge negative impact on me. It led me to have sort of severe anxiety, low self-esteem, and then developed an inferiority complex. It really was after, when I met Marissa and how she helped me change my life and also believed in me, I felt I wasn't alone. From that time on, it meant I could breathe and think, okay, I can spread my wings, and I grew from there. I met Marissa 24 years ago when I was going through a journey of low self-esteem and anxiety. I was around 30 years old, and if I'm really honest, she was the first white woman who was really kind and warm to me, and she was just incredible to me, this beautiful looking angel that I thought. She helped me overcome my low self-esteem issues with her warmth and kindness and her technique. And it was so fast, it was just, I couldn't believe how quickly she reframed the scenes for me, that I thought, wow, why didn't I think of it like that? We kept in touch, and she helped family members of mine, and they transformed as well. And she was very important, as has always been, pivotal in my life. And then in 2015, she launched her program. I was in corporate, and I was meant to be flying to Moscow for a meeting. When Marissa told me about the first ever program they were doing, it meant that I would be missing for the first 2 days of the program, and I really didn't want to, but she said, "It's okay, you can come on day 3, and then we can catch up later on the first 2 days." I said, okay. And I went to Moscow for the meeting, and funnily enough, the meeting got cancelled. And it meant that I got a flight from Moscow to Berlin to London, and ended up being just half an hour late on the first day of the program. So clearly it was meant to be, that I was meant to be there. So that was incredible. And then us 38 people who were sitting there so patiently and eagerly sitting there, learning from Marissa, hanging on every single word, thinking, oh my God, we can't believe we're in this class. It was the best group. It was the best. I've been to so many programs before, but that, I savored every single second of that. I was one of the people who was hypnotized, with a few others, and then seeing how Marissa hypnotized and the results she got, I think, oh my goodness, this is incredible. And then the fear kicked in, thinking, oh my God, will I be able to do this? How will I be able to do this? So there was that thought process as well. But, Marissa said, look, I'm teaching you something that you can do yourself. So we had faith. And when we left the program and I came back to Dubai, within the first 3 weeks, I had my first client, and I was obviously very, very nervous. But I followed the protocol, and I couldn't believe that all I had to do was follow the protocol, and we got the results. And that's when I realized, wow, I've learned something incredible here from someone so incredible. We were so blessed to learn something from a woman who for many years hadn't launched a program, and we knew that she was so good and successful in her own right. And to learn that method and then apply it and know that you can do it with somebody else and they can shift, that was the first massive breakthrough for me. There was a time 8 years ago, I didn't know how to get clients. I didn't have the money to rent a room space. Now, I'm a 6-figure earner with my business. I have a business office in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi. I see clients all over the world. I've won at least 4 awards. I'm nominated for another one. So I have been working with children all the way to adults, all the way to, like, my eldest client was like 79 years old. Because I'm a high achiever myself, I work with a lot of high achievers who are anxious, stuck or sick. And I work with a lot of men as well. And one of the reasons why I work with men is because at 25 I lost my father, and it was very sudden, and he had a business. I think he was under a lot of pressure, And I felt that I wasn't there to support him the way I wanted to, how I should have done. And I often think about that. And it took me a long time to deal with and cope with that. I mean, it's been now 28 years, but I really see men being under a lot of pressure, and the whole belief system that men are not allowed to cry, they're not allowed to be connected with emotions and things like that. I see a lot of that still. And so I really want to work with a lot of men. I do work with a lot of men who come and see me and help them empower themselves, or sometimes they don't even know why they need to come and see me, but they do, and then get them to reconnect with themselves or feel that they can deal with the pressure and the day-to-day from a different perspective, so that they're not allowing themselves to get sick or stressed out or overwhelmed or feel isolated or disconnected. I've got so many testimonials. Sometimes I haven't put them all on, and I'm really fully aligned now in my purpose. And now I'm expanding, and I want to grow and lift as many people as possible globally. It's all down to the technique I had and the learnings I had from Marissa. There is a reason why it's the fastest growing method, and why people are now Googling RTT. 8 years ago, people didn't know what RTT was, and I had to tell them about it. Now people come up to me saying, I'm looking for somebody with RTT. You've come up, or somebody's told me about you and you do RTT, I'd like to do an RTT session. Look, I'm living my dream life, doing my dream job. What I love about it is that fact that I'm doing my purpose and my passion, and I'm seeing the transformations day in, day out. These are the words that people have said to me, men as well as women. I'm leaving a different person that I came in. I had a Sky News presenter I worked with a month ago, and he came and he said he was very, very skeptical, but he was open to coming to see me because he was having severe anxiety. And so I worked with him, and literally the first word he said to me after he came round was, that was incredible. Look, if you really want to help someone and you want to transform people, that's your passion, to really want to help and work people and help them change their lives, then definitely RTT is the quickest, fastest way to transform people. And I've seen it day in, day out in my own life, in my family's life, and with the clients I've worked with and my colleagues as well, and they're telling me those stories that they've seen. So I've even seen the people who Marissa's transformed in front of my eyes. So yes, absolutely, do RTT. You will not regret it. And the people who joined earlier this week coming back to me saying, oh my God, I love the course. I'm so happy I've done it. I'm so happy I've chosen this program. This is the right thing for me. So no one has come back to me and said to me, oh my God, I've made a mistake. No one. So, you can't go wrong. Because even now, if you look at Dr. Spiegel, Dr. Huberman, they talk about hypnosis and how powerful it is. And the induction we use is what they show is the most powerful. And that is just pure coincidence, So they've done their own studies. And so the quickest, fastest way to help someone is to tap into the subconscious level. And RTT is very powerful and structured to do that. And you have a huge community to support you as well, where I know that other programs don't do that. And so, if you want to really help someone, then do RTT. I think that life is too short. Live your dreams, follow your heart, trust your intuition. And if you feel this is right, if you go for it. Honestly, life is too short to be suffering. So go for it.